Minnesota Vikings are mid-free agency, but we have a couple ideas of where the Vikings could and should go in the draft. So we're going to fire up 7-rounder. This is on PFF Mock Draft Simulator. No trades. No trades. No pictures. And go. All right, so chilling at 12. Vikings are indeed on the clock. Ooh. I like how they have pictures on some of them. Anyway, so get into them. Hutchinson goes to the Jaguars at 1. Very possible since they franchise Cam Robinson for whatever. Thibodeau at 2. Hamilton at 3. Stingley at 4. Ooh, how did the tackles fall? This is PFF. They love tackles. How is Charles Cross the first tackle off the board? Sauce Gardner goes at 5. So there goes the Vikings cornerback dreams, whatever. Carl Afton goes 9. All right, so all the quarterbacks are there. Seems like McDuffie. So 3 quarterbacks go in the top 10. Yikes! That's the yikes for the Vikings. And G-Dub goes to Washington. So Carson Wentz can overthrow him. It's great. So now what do the Vikings do? So they have. Well, we got 15 trade offers, and that's certainly intriguing. And Linderbaum is there. Man, this is basically the nut low. Jermaine Johnson is there too. This is the absolute worst. Because the Vikings, they haven't really signed interior offensive linemen. They haven't signed any cornerbacks in free agency. So they go into the draft really needing to infuse talent in those positions. And those are the ones that are, well, besides interior offensive line, where, you know, it's, yeah. So what do we do here? Let's take a look at the trades. Whatever. I'm not interested in trading right now. All right, so what do we do? Drake London would be a lot of fun, except the Vikings, unfortunately, they're sort of in between a rock and a hard place. Do you still go BPA and try to get into your offensive line later, try and get cornerback later? It's possible. Trevon Walker. Walker's a dude, man. Walker is a dude, and Linderbaum is a stud. Yeah, the fact that as of right, they haven't signed J.C. Treader. They haven't signed Bradley Bozeman. I do think it's a spot where it's a little bit of BPA as well as synergy of drafting for need. So I do think that Linderbaum does need to be that guy. So there you go. Drafting and enhancing. Linderbaum. And I understand like the whole, drafting another undersized center in the first round. Oh, how'd that work out last time? You know. All right, so, Nick Bonito is there at 46. Travis Jones, Drake Jackson, Chad Muma. Let's see who is there for cornerback-wise. I got a cornerback Jones. All right, so Emerson, JoJo, Marcus Jones is there. Could we get Marcus Jones in the 3rd round? Could we let that thing ride? Because I would like a Woolen. Yeah, they're pretty down on Woolen. All right, so we'll wait until the 3rd round and try and get there. I think Bonito, who I was hoping that they would try and get Bonito in the 3rd round, but he had such a good draft season that I think that he's certainly going to shoot up some boards. Let's see, George Pickens. No. Breece Hall, the only guy who stole playing time away from Kene Nwangu. King Kene. Kennard. I mean, do we just double down offensive line? Nah. Bonito. Welcome into the Minnesota Vikings. He's a beautiful stand-up outside linebacker. He can get things done. He's going to set the edge and just completely get after it, man. All right, so now into the 3rd round. Jeremy Sayer. Parham is there. Carson Strong fell to the 3rd round. Now, even with Kirk's extension, it doesn't necessarily preclude the Vikings from drafting at quarterback, especially if a guy like Carson Strong gets to the 3rd round, which is certainly interesting. Christian Watson is there in the 3rd. I do not expect that. Like, I'm not really buying the day 1 hype with Christian Watson, but I mean, high day 2. Check out cornerbacks. Did Woolen go? Marcus Jones is there. Tariq Woolen. I mean, at this stage, do we just take Woolen? Because I'm fine with pretty much all the wide receivers later on. So, yeah, we're going to take Tariq the Freak Woolen. 6'4", running like that. Don't do me like that. I'm pretty happy with the draft so far, man. Don't do me like that. All right, so no 4th round pick. Thanks, Chris Herndon. Cool. All right, so now... So we got the interior offensive line, we got our cornerback, we got an edge rusher. Basically, we're just checking off all the boxes. Now we can just go wherever we want to go. Chris Paul for Alia. Noah Ellis is certainly intriguing. We had his brother, Christian Ellis. who's a linebacker, also from Idaho. Go Vandals. In camp, was it last year or the year before? It doesn't really matter. Jelani Woods, Josh Johnson's there. Sanborn. Okay. Okay, got it. Cordell Volson is still. Nefi Sewell. All right, so let's check out the wide receivers. Oh, the Farrell's intriguing. Calcaterra is also intriguing as well. But looking at wide receivers, all right, so Josh Johnson is there. Bo Melton is just a monster. Reggie Roberson is intriguing. Trey Turner, Malachi. Freifogel, I like a lot. I just feel like they didn't max out his talents at Indiana. Weston. All right, so what do we do? We just sort of go BPA. I mean, Farrell's a dude. Farrell's an absolute dude. But so is Noah Ellis. All right, yeah, we're going to do it. Noah Ellis. Adding some stank. Arby's, we have the meats. We got Michael Pierce, but we still got the meats, baby. We got Harrison Phillips. There's Volson. All right, so now we're just going to sort of pick and choose at the top. Derek Deese Jr. Deese is kind of a stud. Now, getting him, we're in the 5th round, 6th round, doesn't really matter. All right, so getting him and developing him like they did with Gronklin, like they're hopefully going to do with Irv Smith Jr. JT Woods is there too. Whatever. Derek Deese Jr., welcome on in. His pops was a great guard for the Niners back in the day. All right, so now I kind of, Woods is still there too. Yeah, all right, so we're going to do that. JT Woods, what up? All right, now, so we probably should double down on, well, we haven't taken a wide receiver, have we? Or did we? Nah, it doesn't matter. All right, so, Gray, Jeremiah Moon. How many picks do we have left? It would be good to know. Jeffrey Gunter is interesting. All right, Reggie Roberson, just a machine. Now, he's not quite James Prochet, who I love. And, you know, if the Ravens want to let him go, come on in. Pride of SMU. Zoom in and enhance. Do we take a punter? LeBrian Ray. LeBrian Ray is interesting, where you just have so many highly recruited... Skylar Thompson? You have so many highly recruited dudes who just fall through the cracks at big schools like Alabama. It's actually really interesting. Caleb Ellerby. Do we just do that? I mean, we can. Yeah. Or do we double down on offensive line? Or are you kind of good to go? I mean, kind of good to go there with Wyatt Davis no matter what. Yeah, there we go. We're going to take a flyer on quarterback. Because it's a new day. It's a new day, a new dawn. Grading our draft, enhancing. I bet you we get an A for the quarterback because that's how PFF rolls. Even if it's in the 7th round. Hold on to your butts. There we go. All right. Taking a look at our mock draft grade. So, obviously, they're going to hate Linderbaum because he's a center, and you're drafting a center at 12, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Oh, we got a B+ for the quarterback, even late in the rounds. They love Nick Bonito coming out of Oklahoma. I think that he'll be a rotational terror right away. He's a guy that's very accustomed to rushing from an odd front as well. Tariq Woolen. He's certainly developmental, but his upside is off the charts. He's a physical freak. I mean, 6'4" and change, and he's a guy that certainly adds length to the outside. And they got Noah Ellis, big-time heart and hustle dude, relentless motor, working on the defensive interior. Derek Deese Jr., who I think can slot in eventually as tight end 2. You like him coming out of San Jose State. JT Woods adding some depth to the secondary. Liked him coming out of Baylor. Reggie Roberson Jr., There's just something about SMU wide receivers. I do have a crush on them, like James Prochet back in the day, Cortland Sutton from way back. So I think that Roberson, it would be a nice addition in the 6th round. And then Caleb Ellerby, a guy that looked pretty good in some of the offseason work. I think he turned a couple of heads. Maybe he gets on the radar. I don't think that he's bad at all for a 7th round flyer. So, I mean, that is it. And the Vikings mid-free agency, they could still sign a center. They could still sign a cornerback so that you aren't necessarily pigeonholed in needing to draft some of these positions very early on. But overall, I'm pretty happy, man, because Linderbaum's going to start right away. Woolen's probably going to start right away. Bonito, if he doesn't start, he's going to be in that rotation. Same thing with Ellis. I think Derek Deese could get on the field as an extra tight end. Maybe Reggie Roberson gets in as wide receiver 4 or 5. But, you know, I like this draft. Of course I do, because I did it. There you go. But your thoughts on our thoughts. 7th-round Vikings mid-free agency mock draft. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? True-ra-lura-lura. But until next time, Skull, production value.